Welcome to my YouTube channel Modi Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. So in this video I would like to explaining in detail on to the MCQ on metal cutting processes. So this is our session 7. So let us start with the question number 1. Machine tool must be tough enough to withstand. The option A, that will be shock. Option B, vibrations. Option C, that will be both shock and vibrations. And option D, none of the above. So that will be the question is related with the basic fundamental about the machine tools. So in case of the metal cutting operations, all the machine tools must be shock resistance, vibration resistance. So according to the given options, A, that will be shock, B, that will be the vibrations, and C, both shock and vibrations resistance. So answer C, both shock and vibrations resistance, that will be the right answer. So now we will see the question number 2. Which of the following is not the type of cutting tool materials? So the option A, carbon steel, B, stellites, C, diamonds, and D, none of the mentions. So basically this question is coming from the types of cutting tool materials. So basically carbon steel, stellites, diamonds, that will be the type of cutting tool materials. So the question is, which of the following is not the type of cutting tool materials? So these all carbon steel, stellites and diamond, which is the category in the cutting tool materials. So according to the given options, the none of the mentions, which is considering as a type of tool materials. So these all A, B, C, which is a type of tool materials. Then question 3. For large positive rack angle, so tool will be weaker, B, stronger, C, smoother, D, harder. So just you can see, in case of the single point cutting tool, this is our top face and this is our workpiece material. So that will be the positioning of the tool with respect to our workpiece. So if that will be the large positive rack angle, so that will be tool, it will be in this kind of fashions. So that will be becoming weaker. So according to these questions, for large positive rack angles, the tool will becoming weaker. So the option A. Then next question. For large negative rack angles, tool will be A, weaker, B, stronger, smoother and harder. So that will be the reverse from the previous one. For large positive back rack angle, so tool becoming weaker. Then similar for large negative back angles, the tool becoming stronger. So according to that back rack angle, that will be angle characteristics of the materials. So the next question. Positive rack angle is given for machining of brittle materials, ductile materials, both the hard and soft materials, and none of the mentions. So basically for the positive rack angle, that will be given for the ductile kind of materials. So the option B, in case of ductile materials, it will be preferring positive rack angle. So if you want to work onto the brittle materials, so more preferred rack angles, that will be the negative rack angles for the machining. The next question. With an increases in rack angle of the tool, tool life will be first A, first increase then decrease. Option B, increases tool life. C, decreases tool life. And D, remains constant. So by these questions, if increasing in rack angle of the tool, so basically by the characteristics of the tool life, for detailed study you will find the link in my description. So basically first the increasing the tool life, then that will be rapidly decrease. So once you measure the tool life at initial stage by the increasing of the rack angles, so that will be increasing the life, but at some time it will be drastically decreases. So the option A, that will be first increase then decrease, that will be the right choice for increasing the rack angle for the tool. So tool life will be this type. So option A. Then next question. Which of the following is the correct about the chip thickness ratio R? So basically chip thickness ratio, that will be uncut chip divided by cut chip in the case of metal cutting operations. So for that detailed study you will find the link in my description for that deriving the relation of the chip thickness ratio for metal cutting operations. So basically R is equal to T1 upon T2. T1, that will be related with the uncut chip thickness, and you can also say that will be the depth of cut, and T2, that will be the after cutting, that will be the thickness of the chips. So basically that uncut chip thickness, it will be more than the cut chip thickness. So according to that relations, that will be always less than 1. So let us see the options. A, R is less than 1, B, R is equal to 1, C, R is greater than 1, and none of the mentions. So according to that, T1 always more than T2. So the option A, R is less than 1, that will be the right answer for the correct relation of the chip thickness ratio. Now next question. If T1 denotes the uncut chip thickness and T2 denotes cut chip thickness ratio, then the chip of the following equation is correct about the chip thickness ratio R. So in previous question we already derived R is equal to T1 upon T2. So option A, that will be R is equal to T2 upon T1. B, R is equal to T1 upon T2. R is equal to T1 into T2, and none of the mentions. So according to these discussions, the answer B. So chip thickness ratio R is equal to T1 upon T2. Then next, the horizontal force exerted by the tool on the workpiece is known as option A, cutting force, option B, frictional resistance, option C, backing up force, and option D, shear force. So basically the horizontal force exerted by the tool onto the workpiece, that will be the cutting force. So if you want to learn about that in detail for the merchant circle diagram, so in that case of the horizontal force, that will be Fc, and which is measured onto the dynamometers. So if you want to learn in detail, so you should find the link in my description box. So for here, the cutting force, that will be exerted by the tool onto the workpiece into horizontal directions. So the option A, which is the right answer for these questions. The next question. Which of the following assumptions is not valid for the merchant circle diagram? Option A, continuous chips. Option B, discontinuous chips. Option C, cutting edge remains sharp. And D, no built up edge. So this question is from merchant circle diagram for force analysis. So before that force analysis, if you want to learn in detail, so you should find the link in my description box. For here, the assumptions for the merchant circle diagram. So in that case of the metal cutting, it always forms the continuous chips. B, it never forms the discontinuous chips. So this is not the valid reasons. C, cutting edge remains sharp, that will be the valid assumptions, and no built up edge is being formed. So A, continuous chips, C, cutting edge remains sharp, and D, no built up edge is being formed. These three, it will be the assumptions made into the merchant circle diagram. So only the discontinuous chips, that will be the not valid assumptions for the case of merchant circle diagram. So in that case, the answer is B, discontinuous chips. So if you like this, then subscribe and share Modi Mechanical Engineering tutorials. Thank you very much.